We got us one wrong.
Already.
This is that motivation right here.
Yes, sir.
You know, the people need that motivation.
Tenfold.
Everybody going through something, you know what I mean?
Already.
The system won't keep you down.
Oh, that's that motivation. Oh, keep your head up.
Good day. This your boy, better yet your man, Markel Prines, the entrepreneur that all the gurus will soon learn to hate. I wanted to give you a special food for thought message to those individuals out there who think that they are perfect the way they are. So the message is this: the biggest room in your house is the room for improvement. That's a powerful statement right there. I forget exactly where I came across that statement, but it stuck with me. And I think it's very powerful because a lot of us get so complacent and thinking that, okay, since we have a degree or we have a high position in a company or we make a certain amount of money, that makes us just number one. Like we're just unbeatable, undefeatable. Nobody can tell us anything, that we're just so smart. There's a lot of individuals out there that are like that, and they're stubborn in their ways. And when it comes to this industry of ours, home-based business, network marketing, you'll learn quickly that your skills, maybe as a doctor or a lawyer, does not translate directly over to being an entrepreneur, a home-based business owner, a person in the network marketing industry. So when you think about the rooms in your house, you go from room to room, you're so familiar with them, you see them every day, and you're thinking, okay, you can go through your house with your eyes closed. And then you think about the food for thought message that the biggest room in your house is the room for improvement. Now, a lot of people get scared of the idea of learning something new or being in an environment where they can't see themselves around, that they can't just close their eyes and walk around and be comfortable enough to be able to navigate through a situation on their own knowledge. And that's something that's going to have to be tackled in your business, maybe within yourself, your teammates, your business partners, whoever that you decide to do business with. You're going to have to open up yourselves to being more willing to learn a different way other than what you're normally used to doing. Your profession is your profession. If you work a 9-to-5, if you specialize in a certain field, a certain skill set, you have to be open to walk into that room and eyes open fully, not walk into there blind, eyes closed, and thinking that you're gonna, make it around and not trip over something because you think that you're just that smart. So you want to make sure that you're open-minded enough to get the information from an expert in your field, someone that's in your industry. So we are part of the home-based business network marketing industry. As I stated in the previous video, it's unlike any other business in the world. It's one of those businesses that a lot of people come into it thinking that it's a sales business. I came into it myself thinking that it was a sales business, and that's because I was stuck in my way. I didn't have an open mind at first to learning the principles involved in being successful in this industry. I came into it with a sales mind. I came into this business knowing that, okay, we had products and services, and I automatically thought that the business was solely based on selling products and services. So I got into the business, I sold a few products, I made a few dollars in order to take care of a couple of things that I needed immediately. And then I realized that, okay, the money stopped and it didn't give me what I really wanted in this industry, which was the financial freedom aspect, the residual income aspect. So I had to sit down and actually humble myself and be open-minded enough to get with a mentor. And it took me a while to actually find some good mentors. When I got into this industry, I was introduced by a family member, by actually my aunt, who's never had any experience in this business. She introduced me to a gentleman who was a part of a company, and I talked to him on the phone for a couple of minutes. At first, I couldn't even understand what he was saying because he had a strong accent. So right off top, we had a communication barrier, and I didn't let that stop me from seeing the vision right off top of, okay, this can provide you with something that I've been looking for: time freedom, financial freedom, residual income. And I jumped at the opportunity. At that time, I didn't understand the importance of having a mentor, so I didn't confide in him to get me through, to navigate me through that room that I needed to learn about. And it took me years to actually, in a couple of different companies, to go into to find, okay, this mentor, that mentor, this person who gave me one tidbit of information, and then I had to use that to build myself to a certain level. And then I switched off to another company, which introduced me to other mentors. And then I started, it's like opening up different doors in one room. And you're like, man, this is just amazing. There's different things in here that I wouldn't have been able to see if I walked in with my eyes closed. So I got tidbits of information from one individual to another, and then after a while, after a long time, it took me some years to actually put some things together, start thinking outside of the box, so to speak, and looking at the things that were in that proverbial room for growth, and finding different ways to look at the world, finding different ways to look at the industry, and becoming a, great mentor, Eric Worre would say, being able to see yourself in a position before you actually got there, so to speak, being able to forecast, being able to have vision. Prior to this industry, I'm like a lot of individuals. If you're working a 9 to 5, you kind of get lax in having vision because you already know your daily routine. You already know that, hey, I'm gonna get up this morning, I'm gonna get dressed, I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna come back home, I'm gonna stay up, watch TV for a little bit, deal with the family, go back to sleep, so on and so forth, have the same routine. So it's hard for us to really think about forecasting because as far as our spectrum is, and when you're having a solely employee mentality or mindset, is you only see as far out as the end of the week for the majority of the people. But being in this industry has opened me up to being more open-minded, to having a farther forecast, a forecast of, okay, where do I see myself going in the next few months, in the next few years, and the goals that I want to achieve. So I don't want to take up too much of the time on this video. I know we're going to touch on a couple of different aspects going forward in future videos, but I want to leave you with this one more time, this food for thought moment, and I want you to really sit back and think about it and relate it to yourself and your team, and ask yourself, are you open-minded or are you closed-minded? Is it that you rely solely on your intelligence, what has gotten you to the level that you're at right now, currently? Or are you open-minded enough to get with a great mentor, someone that's going to take you from where you are now to the next level? Are you open-minded enough to stop thinking like, to say, a doctor or a lawyer, and thinking more like an entrepreneur? Sometimes that's very hard for a lot of individuals. Once again, I can't stress this enough. I come across a lot of individuals who they are professionals in what they do. They have degrees. They have positions in certain companies, and then when they look at you as being a person who may not be in their same tax bracket, so to speak, or live their same type of lifestyle, they look at you as being someone possibly not, I don't want to say less than they are, but they look at themselves as being an authority, and they're closed-minded to the idea of receiving information and growing and being able to have somebody guide them through that room that's there to, for growth. So once again, food for thought moment, and I'm gonna leave you with this, is the biggest room in your house is the room for improvement. Short statement, but powerful. Take that with you today. Take that to your team and reflect on it. Write about things that you want to improve on, that you want to be open-minded enough about to learn and be willing to learn. Once again, this is your boy, better yet your man, Markel Prines, the entrepreneur that all the gurus will soon learn to hate. And I look forward to speaking with you again on a future video.
Yeah. Hey, Chief. We got us one, bro.
Already.
This is that motivation right here.
Yes, sir.
The people need that motivation.
10-4.
Everybody going through something, you know what I mean? The system won't keep you down.
Oh, it's that motivation. Oh, keep your head up. Never should you give up, man. I know we going through the rough. That motivation. No lie that's on your mind. Get hard from time to time. Keep grinding, one day you'll shine. It's that motivation. Oh, it's that motivation.